Sunday. 6 p.m. The dread arrived. By Monday, it hadn't left. By the next Sunday, you'd forgotten it was ever gone. The dread became a roommate, then it became you. You called it the Sunday Scaries, past tense, like it was a phase, like it would end when you changed jobs or moved cities or finally got promoted. You were wrong about the tense. It never became past. It became permanent. The first Sunday, it was just unease. That familiar knot in your stomach when the weekend light started dying. You told yourself it was normal. Everyone dreads Monday. Everyone feels that slow-motion panic when Sunday afternoon becomes Sunday evening, becomes Sunday night. Then you started feeling it on Saturday. The dread learned to arrive early. It stopped waiting for permission. By noon on Saturday, you could feel Monday breathing down your neck. The weekend shrank from 2 days to 1.5. Then 1. Then just Saturday morning. Then nothing. You tried to outrun it. Filled your Sundays with errands, social events, productivity. The dread waited. It was patient. It knew you'd have to stop moving eventually. It knew you'd have to sleep. And the moment your head hit the pillow, there it was, waiting, smiling. The second phase was physical. Your body started preparing for Monday on Sunday morning. Heart rate increased. Cortisol spiked. Your hands started shaking at breakfast. Not from coffee, from knowing what was coming. Knowing that in 24 hours, you'd be back at the desk, back in the meetings, back in the performance, back in the pretending. Your stomach learned the schedule better than you did. Sunday dinner became impossible. The nausea arrived like clockwork, 6 p.m. every week. Your body was setting alarms you couldn't turn off, reminders you couldn't delete. Then came the insomnia. Sunday nights, you'd lie there, eyes open, mind racing, rehearsing Monday's conversations, pre-living Monday's anxieties. You weren't sleeping through Sunday anymore. You were surviving it, counting down, watching the clock like a prisoner watching a countdown to execution. The third phase was the merger. The dread stopped being a feeling and became a presence. A roommate, you could sense it in the apartment, waiting in the corner of your bedroom, sitting across from you at dinner. Following you from room to room, you started talking to it, bargaining with it, asking it to leave you alone, just for one Sunday, just for 1 hour. It never answered. It didn't need to. You both knew it wasn't going anywhere. Then you noticed something worse. The dread wasn't just arriving on Sunday anymore. It was there on Friday night, waiting behind the relief. You'd leave work and feel that brief moment of freedom. But underneath, you could feel it. The knowledge that Monday was only 60 hours away, that the freedom was temporary, that you were just on parole. Saturday became contaminated. You'd wake up and the first thought wasn't what to do with your day. It was how many hours until Monday. 24, then 20, then 16. The weekend stopped being a break and started being a countdown. The fourth phase was cognitive. You stopped remembering what life felt like before the dread. You tried to recall a Sunday that felt peaceful, a weekend that felt like rest. The memories were there, but they felt fake, like someone else's life, like a story you'd read but never lived. The dread had rewritten your history. It convinced you it had always been there, that you'd never known anything else. You started searching for it. Permanent Sunday syndrome. You needed to know you weren't alone, that this had a name, that someone, somewhere, had documented this specific brand of slow-motion suffocation. The search results were vague, articles about work-life balance, tips for managing Sunday anxiety. None of them understood. None of them knew that this wasn't anxiety. This was possession. The fifth phase was acceptance, not the peaceful kind. The kind where you stop fighting because fighting takes energy you don't have anymore. You stopped trying to enjoy Sundays, stopped planning activities, stopped pretending the dread could be managed or reasoned with. You just let it sit there, let it fill the room, let it fill you. Your friends stopped inviting you to Sunday brunches. You'd say yes and then cancel. Or show up and sit there, silent, vibrating with the knowledge of Monday. They thought you were depressed. You weren't. You were occupied. The dread was taking up all the space where personality used to live. Then came the weekend you realized the truth. You were lying in bed, Sunday morning. The dread was there, as always. But this time, you noticed something. It wasn't beside you anymore. It was inside you. It wasn't visiting. It had moved in completely. Your heartbeat had synchronized with its rhythm. Your thoughts had adopted its voice. You'd become the thing you'd been dreading. The dread looked at the calendar. Every day was Sunday now. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All Sundays. All dread. All countdown. The work changed, but the feeling didn't. You were always 24 hours away from something you couldn't face. Always waiting for a break that never felt like breaking free. You still call it the Sunday Scaries, present tense now, but that's not what it is anymore. It's not a scare, it's not a visitor, it's not even a feeling, it's who you are. The dread didn't arrive on a Sunday at 6 p.m. You became it, and it's never leaving. Because where would it go? You are the permanent Sunday, the endless 6 p.m., the countdown that never reaches zero. The dread stopped being something you feel. You became something the dread lives through. Search Permanent Sunday Syndrome if you want to find the others. They're out there. Eyes open on Sunday nights, hearts racing on Saturday afternoons, bodies bracing for Mondays that never end. They're waiting, just like you, for a weekend that feels like rest, for a Sunday that doesn't taste like dread. It's not coming.